How's everybody going? How's your weekend going? How's everybody doing? We'll just combine those two sentences in one. Anyways, I'm making a Wildtree make fresh dinner, and I kind of went out on a limb a little bit because I don't know, mustard's not my favorite thing. Not that I hate it, but this one has a zesty, is it called zesty? Yes, a zesty mustard sauce in it. So it's a creamy mustard sauce with chicken breasts. And actually, I tasted it, tasted it a little bit first, and it's really good. It's really tangy. It's not like yellow mustardy flavored or anything. So I think I'm gonna like this a lot. So what I have going here, I don't know if you can see, let's just, vegetables. So that's my vegetable hash. Red potatoes with some red onions, and we're a little crooked. Bell peppers, I called for Brussels sprouts. I don't like Brussels sprouts, so I got some asparagus, chopped that up, put the asparagus in there, and then I found some kale in the refrigerator, and went ahead and added that in there. So this has basil, pesto, grapeseed oil, and that's the potatoes were cooked in that for a little bit first, and then I added the rest of the vegetables, and then a whole tablespoon of the garlic galore, and salt and pepper. Now, everything Wildtree is low sodium, low sugar. So because of the low sodium, which is great for people who need it, but it also gives us the option to control how salty we want our food. So you might try a dish of one of Wildtree's meals and it's a little bit not as flavorful as you expected. Add some salt in there. That's what salt does. It boosts the flavor. So anyways, I always add probably 90% of the time I add salt to what I'm cooking. So here I've got my vegetable hash going. It's almost done. I seared some chicken breasts, and now I'm going to make the creamy mustard sauce. So basically, I've got 3/4 of a cup of the zesty mustard sauce, excuse me, and a little bit of water in here. And I'm going to pour that into the pan that I cooked the chicken in. And then, because there's always little crusties and stuff on the bottom of the pan when you cook meat in there, which is great for adding flavor to the rest of the dish. So I'm going to scrape the bottom of the pan to get all that flavor up, get this thing going. Lots of little crusties in there. Ah! Get up, I want to use you. Okay, that pan is hot. So, it's April. I don't have any April Fool's jokes, so that's out. But we do have some April specials, which is pretty cool. We have 2 Make Fresh bundles on special for half off with a qualifying order. One of them is South of the Border, and I just have to say the seasoning blends that we have for like Mexican dishes and South of the Border type stuff, I really, really like. The cilantro lime, there's the taco seasoning, there's a guacamole seasoning, and I don't know, a whole bunch of others, and I've really enjoyed all of them. So that's one of them. I think it's $30 and something. And that'll make you 8 dinners, and you get about 6 products to go with it. And let me get this thing going a little bit. And then there's a brunch one. So you can either use them for brunch, or, I don't know, raise your hand if you like breakfast for dinner, because that's one of my favorite dinners is breakfast. So that's also a good one. Okay, so this has the sauce in it, everything's scraped up. And now this calls for, I can never say this word, mascarpone cheese. It's kind of like cream cheese, but it's, cream cheese, but it's a little smoother and a little more expensive. So, of course, cream cheese can be used instead. So that's going to go in here, and that's what's making it creamy. Huh. Get all this stuff up. If I wasn't going live right now, I'd be licking the spoon. Okay. So then I whisk this in. They said to whisk it. We'll see how well I do at that. And then it also calls for thyme, and that's another ingredient that I don't like. Apparently there's a lot of ingredients that I don't like in this dish, but you know what? You just switch it out. So instead of thyme, I got some fresh rosemary and chopped it up, and that's going to go in here when I put the chicken in. So these dinners are usually made to be made, 30-minute meals or whatever. A few of them I've had have been a little bit more than that. And but they're they're different than the frozen ones. I have about 8 dinners in my freezer ready to cook or defrost and cook. They're all crock pot meals. So I'm going to make one tomorrow. It's a garlicky chicken, and I'm going to serve it with some corn. And I don't know, it's a whole bunch in there. I don't even remember everything. But let's see here. Put that rosemary on there. Just flip everything over again. Get the rosemary in the sauce. I should have put it in before I put the chicken in. And then turn it down. And then in about, 10 minutes, however long it takes for all of this to cook through. So all I did was sear the chicken. I didn't cook it through. And then dinner will be all ready. So I'll have this nice hash, vegetable hash, and my chicken with the creamy mustard sauce. Anyways, yeah, I've got, you know what? With those 8 dinners in there, because they serve 6 to 8 people, so that's at least 3 dinners each for me, plus 3 or 4 or 5 lunches. And of course, when I take them to lunch, to work for lunch, I usually end up sharing it with one of my girlfriends there. So there, let's see, 8, 30. I pretty much, if I used all of my make fresh meals that I have on hand, and all of the freezer meals, I don't have to think about what I'm making for dinner other than which one for the whole month of April. I do have a couple of the make fast boxes. They're kind of, I did the, what was it? Shepherd's pie, I think. And that was from one of the make fast meals. And kind of think about them like Hamburger Helper, only better for you and better tasting. All you do is, you cook the meat, put in the seasoning mix and whatever sauce, and usually it calls for a pasta or something like that. So it's a nice, quick, easy thing. But anyways, dinner's almost ready, and I just wanted to share another side of Wildtree. And if you need some help with any menu planning, it doesn't have to be Wildtree, just planning your menus out based on what you've got going with your schedule. Like I said, doesn't have to be a Wildtree sale or anything. I'll help you menu plan, dinner plan, like for the couple of weeks, a week, a month, or whatever. But just hit me up and let me know. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I hope you're having a wonderful dinner as well. And we'll talk to you later. See ya.